Today is July 20th. Welcome on in to Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey, and we are brought to you each and every day by Royal Banks, Missouri, and Munganess St. Louis Acura. And Rammer, the battle for third place in the NL Central begins tonight in Chicago at the Friendly Confines, a 4-game series against the Cubs in late July.
Hopefully by Monday we can have a party. Hey, we're third.
I'm glad you're on board with this. Absolutely, we can have a party. Yes.
We'll call it a bronze medal party.
You know what? No, we're going to just keep climbing. It's just another conquered team in the NL Central, and we just keep going one after the other, and you keep trying to climb up to that's all you could do. At this point, that's all you could do.
Well, the second half of the season can be the payback tour.
That sounds good to me. Absolutely. Let's make it happen. We'll see how that goes. Hey, there'll be a familiar face in the Cardinal lineup tonight. Tyler O'Neill has been reactivated from the 60-day injured list. And to make room for him, they have designated Ryan Tepera for assignments. Rammer, your favorite Ryan Tepera memory from his tenure with the St. Louis Cardinals?
The current one.
Yeah, that the one inning that he pitched.
No, the current one that he's leaving.
Oh, he had one outing. He had one time.
No, twice. He pitched twice.
Did he pitch twice?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well,
you didn't notice because it looked like everything was on fire.
Yeah, I guess I missed that second one. The Cardinals did make some other moves, though, today as they signed 2 right-handed pitchers, Casey Lawrence and Jacob Barnes. Both of those 2 will be part of the system now to, I guess, throw innings in the second half of the season.
Well, look, that doesn't that tell us that we're losing a couple pitchers off the big league team?
I would think so.
In trades, yeah. So they got to have people to cover innings in the second half. And so it's getting close. The deals are coming. And how about if you're Tyler O'Neill? Boy, it's been a battle. You're back. Hey, go get Marcus Stroman. Welcome back to the big leagues.
Marcus Stroman, 10-6 on the year with a 2.88 ERA. The last time the Cardinals saw him was in London, and they hit him well. So let's see if they're able to do it back in this country as they face him for the second time. They will be sending Steven Matz to the mound, 0-7 with a 4.86 ERA. He has pitched better as of late out of the bullpen as he makes a start for the Cardinals, getting another shot, I guess, at this opportunity.
Well, somebody had to pitch.
That's a very good point. You
can't put a machine out there, although you're more likely to get strikeouts that way. Somebody had to pitch. It's his turn, and he's going to get as many opportunities as he can because he's under contract and he's got talent. Mm-hmm. He's got stuff, so he'll get more looks.
The lineups look like this, brought to you by Bootleggin' Tavern. More on their burger of the day in just a second. Lars Nootbaard leads off. He's in center field. Paul Goldschmidt DHs tonight. Nolan Gorman bats third. He's been hot as of late, so they move him back up to the upper third of the lineup, and he's at second tonight. Nolan Arenado's at third. Wilson Contreras back behind the plate in Chicago. He was not catching the last time the Cardinals were up in Chicago. If you remember, there was a little bit of a controversy around his catching ability back then in May. Alec Burleson, he's at first base tonight. Tyler O'Neill in left, Jordan Walker in right, and Paul DeYoung is at short. For the Cubs, Nico Horner leads off and plays short. Sia Suzuki is in right field. Ian Happ in left. Cody Bellinger in center. Yan Gomes behind the plate. Christopher Morel is at second. Patrick Wisdom at third. Trey Mancini at first base. And Miguel Amaya DHs and bats ninth for the Chicago Cubs. Those Bootleggin' Tavern. It is Burger Week, Rammer, and today they are going with the Top Gunner theme all week long for St. Louis Burger Week, and it's the Viper today. Not to be confused with the Viper Randy Orton, St. Charles's own, but no, the Viper, a house ground patty with Parmesan cheese crisps on top, sauteed onion, and lettuce and tomato. top this one. They also have their double bootlegger for $8 all week long out at Bootleggin' Tavern, 4501 Shoto Avenue at the end of the Grove. Again, it's St. Louis Burger Week. Head out to Bootleggin', try theirs, and then try whatever other Burger Week burger you want to try all around the St. Louis area. Nolan Gorman moved back up to number 3 in the lineup, Rammer. The Cardinals starting to see, hoping to play the hot hand here over the next few weeks.
Well, and he's your guy. So, yeah, he's going to play. And I think they've, except for sitting him out too often against left-handers, I think his location in the lineup is kind of reflected where he needs to be. While I want to complain about lineups and who's playing, I can't really complain about Gorman, as I said, except he should be in there every day, including against lefties. What I don't get about today's lineup is why it's more important to have Burleson in there instead of Donovan. Donovan is no worse than your third best hitter. Maybe, okay, fourth, maybe.
Donovan hasn't started to throw yet, Rammer. So if you're looking to give Paul Goldschmidt a day off from the field, then you're kind of handcuffed on what you could do here. So,
but if I'm trying to win the game, if I'm trying to win tonight's game, I got to have Gorman in there at DH. Sorry, Goldie, you'll be all right. You'll be fine.
You'd rather have Brendan Donovan in the lineup instead of Paul Goldschmidt, or you're saying
no instead of Burleson?
You're putting Paul Goldschmidt back at first and just telling him he has to do it.
I promise you, he didn't ask out of the lineup.
I would agree with that. Yes. You know what I have?
You got to put the whip to the horse. It's to see. Hey, if like you and many others, and God love you, hey, we got a shot. We're going to contend, and then you don't have your best lineup out. Come on, man.
One thing that we have not seen so far this year, and I'm bringing up the numbers from last year. So he didn't play it at all last year, but in 2021 with the Cubs, we saw Wilson Contreras play games in left field and third base. He has played first base before during his time with Chicago as well. We have not seen him play anywhere except the catcher position for the Cardinals so far this year. So they have not moved him around anywhere outside of being behind the plate.
That's okay with me.
I'm just looking if you're piecing other things together, and if you don't want Alec Burleson playing first base tonight, then I'm looking.
I'm just saying what I'm saying is I'm not against Burleson. I like him. He's a good player. Although why was he in right field instead of left field yesterday? It could have cost him the game. And almost did, really, if you really look at it. I'm just saying, how do you play without Brendan Donovan in your lineup?
Right.
You got to have okay. Well, tells me you're not serious about winning.
I haven't seen any reports out on why Brendan Donovan isn't playing in the game tonight. I would imagine part of that is they're trying to get Tyler O'Neill back into the rotation in some capacity. So,
having said all that, Burleson will probably hit 2 bombs at Wrigley, hit them onto Sheffield Avenue, and we'll all be happy. So those things can happen. So we'll pull for Burleson and see how it goes.
It'll be a 10-day showcase for Tyler O'Neill, as I guess we kind of assume that the Cardinals are looking to maybe move on for him. So we will see how he does in his return. It seems crazy to think that he's been on the 60-day DL, that we haven't seen him in over 2 months playing with the Cardinals. It does not seem like it's been that long. Maybe it's just because the season itself has seemed so long already that 60 days just doesn't. It seems like nothing at this point.
Did you miss him?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been on board with him. I thought they should have moved him in the offseason, and I'll continue to think that for today. Hey, interesting note, as Oppenheimer is being released throughout theaters this weekend, that Tyler Glasnow starts tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays. If you have not done so yet, go and Google a picture of Tyler Glasnow and a picture of Cillian Murphy, the star of Oppenheimer. They're twins, Rammer. They are.
Okay.
I mean, they damn well might as well be identical twins. So it's it's just something baseball related. I don't have a comparison to Barbie in the baseball world, so I can't help you out with that one.
To think about that one for a minute, because I don't know much about the film.
I'm just trying to think of somebody with long blonde hair. Who had the best long blonde hair in all of baseball?
Harrison Bader.
All right. By the way, there's Cillian Murphy and
Whoa,
Tyler.
Holy cow! Wow. That's that's a good call.
Yeah,
brother.
it's identical twins, damn near identical twins for the star of Oppenheimer.
You called that one.
And the Rays starting pitcher. In fact, GQ just did an article the other day on how to tell the difference between the two of them.
I'll tell you what, we'll call it rather than take a shot at Bader, who's a good guy. He doesn't need to have shots taken. We'll say Ryan Gosling and Harrison Bader.
I was going to go Noah Syndergaard back in his Mets days.
Well, no, I was saying comparing him to Ken.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Gosling.
All right, so that works for me.
Not with Barbie.
Rammer, the Cardinals have a 5-game winning streak. We will be back tomorrow, and that is a 6-game winning streak, a post-game edition of Daily Cards Live. I would imagine a post-game edition of Daily Cards Live. It's a 1:20 Friday afternoon start time in Chicago at Wrigley. Those games are always a lot of fun. If you are headed up there, enjoy it and enjoy all of the games in Chicago this weekend. Until then, this is Daily Cards Live, brought to you by Royal Banks of Missouri and Mungenast St. Louis Acura. If you go online to stlouisacura.com, it's real easy. You can find all of the cars they have there in inventory at 13720 Manchester Avenue, and you can know before you go out there to the lot exactly what car you are looking for, if it's a used car or one of the brand new MDXs that they have out there on the lot in St. Louis at stlouisacura.com, the online home for Mungenast St. Louis Acura. Until tomorrow, he is Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. This has been Daily Cards Live right here on ClaibsOnline.com.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.